What's up, guys? How you doing? Jay here. Just wanted to show you guys my new aquarium. I have a WaterBox 65.4 all-in-one system. I'm pretty new to the hobby. This is probably 3 months in the making. And I kind of just wanted to make a video to show everybody my setup. I've learned a lot through YouTube. This hobby is pretty stressful, at the same time rewarding. But I've learned a lot by just watching other people's setups and kind of picking a few points here and there and just kind of merging it into my own creation. But this has been a great project so far. I'm pretty proud of my setup, and I kind of just wanted to share it with you guys. So yeah, let's dive right into it. Right off the bat, I have Carib Sea Life Rock, as well as their sand. I believe it's the Fiji Pink grain, which I'm pretty happy with. It doesn't really get blown around by the power heads. So there's that. For lighting, I'm using the AI Prime 16s. They're doing pretty well for now. I'm running at about 85% intensity off the David Saxby settings. So yeah, it's going pretty well, but I think I'm going to upgrade in the future to some XR15s once the corals demand more light as they grow in. And also I'm thinking about trying to learn more about SPS and try to grow them. So over here I have some bird's nest frags. They look to be doing pretty well. Also want to show you guys my new squamosa clam. He looks pretty happy. His foot just actually attached to this rock. It wasn't where I originally wanted to place him, but hey, they got a mind of their own. So yeah, let's dive into the back chambers. You know, this is an all-in-one system, so no sump down there. It has its pros and cons. Obviously, I wish I could have more options. I wish I could have like a filter roller, bigger skimmer. But at the same time, the added space that you get within the cabinet is pretty nice. So yeah, with the chambers, I have 2 filter chambers on each side. And each chamber runs 2 socks. I didn't really like the socks, so I reached out to Octo Aquatics. They make excellent stuff. Custom acrylic pieces. So yeah, we have some filter cups here from Octo Aquatics. And I'm testing out this new filter floss, and it doesn't seem to be doing too well. It seems to get clogged on the top. So in the next few days, I'll see if more material towards the bottom gets used up. If not, probably gonna have to change it out. If anyone has any recommendations, that'd be much appreciated. Moving on over to the next chamber, I have the Tunzi skimmer. It's a 9004 DC. It works pretty well. I wish the cup was a little bigger. I find myself replacing it pretty often, probably every 2 days. But yeah, I drill the hole on the top so that I can connect it to this ice cap CO2 scrubber. It's a hang on the back scrubber, but I kind of wanted to just rest it on the shelf since I have it, just so that, you know, it's not sticking out too much. But yeah, I was able to use the inlet from the Venturi into the scrubber and then the output back into the skimmer in hopes that the media will last longer. It's been about 2 months, haven't really seen much, but it has helped with my pH. I've struggled with pH. My natural pH levels is about 7.4, which is pretty gross. And this was able to bring it up to about 7.8, so I'm pretty happy with that. Over here, I have the heater. It's connected to an Inkbird. And moving on to the next chambers. First off, I have the Neptune auto feeder. It's currently feeding flakes only 1 time a day, around noon for lunch, really, while I'm at work. And then at night, I'll use this thawing slow feeder. Throw a cube in there, as well as like some amino acids, Vitachem, and some garlic. I like it a lot. It dispenses the food really slowly, so the fish have time to catch, and it doesn't really waste the product, you know. So that's a good thing. In this chamber here, I have a refugium. Definitely had to finagle it a little bit just to get the Kato tumbling 24/7. At first it would get caught on either side of the baffles, but I think I kind of have it at the right formula where it's always tumbling. So the refugium light is a Tunzi refugium light. It has a magnet, so I just clipped it onto the baffle, so it's hanging right in the corner. And then I'm not too sure if it'll show. Yeah, it won't. But I have an AI Axis 20 pump that's kind of pitched at like a diagonal angle, just to get it so that Kato will always be hitting that flow and always tumbling. So it's been a while, it's been a few days, and I haven't really found the Kato to get stuck anywhere. So I'm happy with that. Currently experimenting with different water levels. When I first set up the tank, my water level was really high. I really didn't know much. And I'm slowly bringing the water level down day by day just to see what works best, because obviously we want the chambers to work as it's intended to. So that's why you see my Duetto auto top off sensor. It's really sunk in there. Just because it's off right now, I'm just manually topping off, and until I get my water level rights in the back chamber, I'm just letting it be. So yeah, over here underneath I have my Syncra SDC return pump. It's a 3.0. I'm not too sure what the GPH is, but I'm pretty happy with it. It controls these two return nozzles that splits into 4, and you get to control it through the app or the controller, so that's pretty sweet. Over here I'm dosing some Kalkwasser, which definitely helps with my pH. I've been at a stable pH level at about 8.4, 8.3 to 8.4. So I'm really happy with that. I'm done messing with pH, on to the next. I'm trying to get my alkalinity right now, and yeah. So then I have the Trident sample line, and then over here I have the Aqua UV sterilizer. There's a return pump underneath, and then it connects to this UV bulb. So you can adjust the flow of the pump and also the output of the light, which I find is neat. I believe it's a 9-watt bulb. And then over here we have the probe holder. So I'm using the Inkbird temperature probe, as well as the Neptune probe for temperature and pH. And then some dosing lens in the back. And then another filter chamber. So for pumps, I have the AI Orbit 4, which is pretty strong. It could also be due to my aquascape and the placement of my corals. But I have this thing on reverse right now because at 1% forward, it was blowing everything around. A little bit too strong. And then on the opposite side, I have the MP40 with the flipper. So it definitely took a few days to get the flow right. I can't say I'm pleased with the flow like for good, but for now I'm definitely happy with it. Everything looks to be doing well. And yeah, I just kind of want to let it run its natural course. Don't want to mess around with it too much. Then over here I have the flipper viewer. It's the 5-inch. I'm waiting for a orange lens to come in just so I can pop that right on. But yeah, here's some look at my corals. The goal is to have a GSP filled back wall, so that's what's going on there. I just added that GSP, which is why it's looking sad right now. Over here is something I just recently got. I'm pretty happy with it. It's from a small company. They're called Saltwater Solutions. And essentially it's a nori holder, but it promotes natural grazing, which I love. And also on top of that, I was using the veggie clip, and I noticed within a few hours, the seaweed would kind of just disintegrate and make a mess in the tank. For this, the seaweed's been here for a few days and it's still in place, you know? So very happy with that purchase. You guys should definitely check them out if you have any tangs in the tank. Saltwater Solutions is their name. So yeah, let's get into the cabinet. So as I said, it's all-in-one system. No sump. Wish I had a sump, but definitely love the extra space. Over here we have the towel holder. It's just some towels. And then we have the Trigger 5-gallon reservoirs. The right side is the auto top off. Then I have some sensors in there for low level. Not too sure I can get it right there. Over here I'm running Kalkwasser. And then in the back I'm running All for Reef from Tropic Marin, as well as a leak detector. One cool thing I want to mention about this reservoir, I just installed the acrylic rod. It goes straight to the bottom. Where is it? Right there. So I was using the stock dosing lines that the Dose Quiet Drive comes with, and you can see it's kind of like not straight, you know, it's bent out of shape. So I wasn't reaching the full length that it could have got. So with this acrylic rod, it's straight down. It's really nice. But yeah, I have the Dose Quiet Drive over here. I've been happy with it so far. No complaints. Then moving on, I have the Apex Energy Bar, as well as an extra 4 outlets. Needed that. I was debating if I should get the EB832, like an extra one of these. But I think this is good for now. And then down here I have the Trident. Then moving on, I have the WaterBox. I believe it's a small size controller box. And then this is where I house all my controllers. So I have the Apex Brain, the Ecotech controller, the Syncra SDC controller, the Inkbird, the Duetto top off, and then the MXM. And then down here we have the Tenzi skimmer controller, as well as these AI controllers. Not too sure what that one button does. Never really messed around with it. Just control them off the apps. But yeah, pretty happy with that. I did my best with the wiring management, but that's kind of what I got. And then over here I have all this extra space for the goodies. So I'm feeding mostly frozen food, but during the day I'll have marine flakes. The ginger, I guess I'll leave that for another video. It's an experiment. Something I learned off of YouTube, actually. So if you guys want to hear about the ginger, let me know in the comments. And then I have some Hannah checkers down here. And then the control box. It's pretty sleek. I'm happy with it. I wanted the Adaptive Reef controller board, but they were wicked expensive and they were huge. There wasn't really much information online about it. So I just went ahead with the controller box from WaterBox. It was cheaper. It's like 50 bucks. And I'm happy with it. Up top I have these auto cabinet lights. So they can sense motion and they just turn on. Pretty happy with that. Definitely recommend it if you guys have a cabinet with no lighting. But yeah, this is my setup. It's my first ever saltwater aquarium. I'm pretty happy with it. We also have a little, I guess, fair competition going on right now. We just got my girlfriend a Red Sea 26 or 25 gallon Peninsula. Just finished the cycle. We actually just put the Nemos in yesterday. But yeah, I look forward to making some more videos in the future. If you guys have anything you would like to see specifically, definitely shoot me a comment. Any recommendations or advice is definitely appreciated as well. Like I said, I'm new to reefing, so there's still a lot to learn. But yeah, thank you for watching the video and hope you enjoyed. Thanks.